Tonight, in the final presidential debates before the election, the president, Donald Trump, said that we were supposed to have a nuclear war with North Korea. Joe Biden not only did not directly contradict him, you could tell from his body language that Donald Trump was telling the truth. I'm going to show you the video. I'll let you make up your own mind. You can check this out. Look at the body language. All right, let's start it up.
After where I met with Barack Obama, we sat in the White House. Right at the beginning, had a great conversation. It was supposed to be 15 minutes, and it was well over an hour. He said the biggest problem we have with North Korea. He indicated we will be in a war with North Korea. Guess what? It would be a nuclear war, and he does have plenty of nuclear capability. He indicated we will be in a war with North Korea. Guess what? He indicated we will be in a war with North Korea. Guess what? It would be a nuclear war, and he does have plenty of nuclear capability.
Did you see how Joe Biden shook his head and looked down? That's what a little kid does when they're busted. Why wouldn't you just say, that's ridiculous? A nuclear war with no... Come on. Let's continue on.
In the meantime, I have a very good relationship with him. Different kind of a guy, but he probably thinks the same thing about me. We have a different kind of a relationship. We have a very good relationship, and there's no war. And you know, about 2 months ago, he broke into a certain area that said, oh, there's going to be trouble.
Did you see that look? Look at Joe looked over. He's like, "What? Huh?"
No, they're not, because he's not going to do that. And I was look, I said I'm being in a war.
That right there, that symbolizes or shows to me that Joe Biden knew something right there. The way that he looked over when Trump said that, and then how he licked his lips right there. That's a body language tell. There was something he knew something about North Korea that was supposed to happen or something. But there's something clearly going on there. That's a tell.
Millions of people sold, you know, it's 25 miles of people sold, you know, it's 25 miles of people sold, you know, it's 25 miles away. Millions and millions, 32 million people have sold. Millions of people would be okay right now.
Look at that. You see that? Joe Biden just hung his head. Trump said that this would be responsible for the deaths of millions of people. And Biden hung his head and closed his eyes because he knew it was true. And he knew that he was part of it. There's some traitorous shit going on right now. Clearly the build-up for this 2020 with the COVID, the lockdowns, the mandatory vaccines coming, all this shit has all been in the works for a long time. I'm still on the fence if Trump is here to help us or not. But just the fact that we're not in a nuclear war right now, or we didn't have a nuclear war, is a very good sign. Because I remember in 2016, everyone was very concerned that we were going to go to war with Russia if Hillary got elected. That was one of the main reasons Donald Trump did get elected. And now he's up here saying that when he went and had the change of power chat with Obama, that Obama told him that we were going to have a nuclear war with North Korea. That it was going to happen. Not a maybe. And again, Biden, the fact that he didn't decry this or denounce it or just say that's ridiculous is extremely fucking scary. Extremely. And again, look at the tells. Look at his body language. Look what he does. Looking at it, licking his lips. He's looking down at the ground. If you ever played poker, you'd be calling this guy, right? He's clearly bluffing. Have you ever played poker in your life for money? Reading people's faces? Because reading Sleepy Joe right now, you could tell he's nervous and he's lying. Or he hasn't said anything yet, but he knows what's going on. He's got some information. Now you can see she cut him off right there. She cut Trump off before he could say more. And she delivers this softball to Biden, like, oh, what would you do? You know, like, we haven't been doing this shit. Like, oh, you mean the same thing we've been doing since 1955 when we declared a ceasefire against North Korea? We're still at war with North Korea. You guys realize this, right? We are still at war. He sounds like goddamn Porky Pig. Because he's fumbling, because he's still mentally reeling from what Trump said before. And how he knows that he's a scumbag that literally would be responsible for the deaths of millions of people. Or who knows? Maybe he's actually just realizing that they're using him for a fall guy. Okay, I want you to show this part where she's trying to cut Trump off. And look what Trump says. He talks about the first little bit of his presidency. Look at his face. He knew it. It's right there, man. Joe Biden hanging his head, looking down every time Trump says something. You can tell that Trump's hitting the target every time he drops his head. Like I said, if you ever played poker, this is easy. Easy money. Joe Biden's the old ATM, right? Take all his money, he's going to go to the ATM, take out some more. I don't know, man. I don't know how anyone could watch that right there and not be extremely freaked out. I believe Trump, just from the body language of Biden. And that means that Biden knew. That means that Biden and Obama helped set this up going into 2016, which I completely believe. And Hill Dog, I guess she must have said, hey, I don't care being a mass murderer, right? Sign me up. Because why didn't Biden run in 2016? Because that's what always happens. If you're a vice president in a successful presidency, you run directly after your term as vice president. You then sort of graduate to president. Why didn't Biden do that? Well, instead they bring him out 4 years later. Again, look at his body language. Look how he's looking down at the ground. He's licking his lips, stuttering his words. Come on, man. If you busted your kid like cheating on their test and they were acting like this, you'd be like, come on, man, you're stupid. You're busted, I know. But you're going to sit there and pretend that because this is the political candidate that you like, that it didn't happen, or that it's not true, or that you aren't seeing what you're seeing with your eyes. It's crazy, man. People really need to wake up and see that there is some craziness going on. The people that lead us have no problem putting us into a nuclear war, having no problem putting some shady vaccine into us that hasn't even been tested. How are you going to give people a vaccine? It normally takes like 2 to 3 years to test this shit out. And they're talking about having the military hand out a vaccine within a year. Come on, man. They're talking about a full reset of the system where we're going to switch over to digital currency. All this stuff is coming. And honestly, I think that it was supposed to have been here by now. I think that we were supposed to have a nuclear war in 2016. And now imagine 4 years. 4 years after 2016. Imagine having a nuclear war in 2016 and how much that would have changed the world. Like I said, I think that this is... the people who are doing this, the people behind the scenes, they're falling behind. Their time scale is off. And that's why they're rushing things. And that's why they're starting to be so blatantly obvious. They're starting to do the complete censorship. They're starting to do just complete propaganda where we know it's all fake. Because they are desperate. They have to do this within a certain time frame or something like that. Because I don't know why they wouldn't just keep the chokehold on us, right? It feels like they have the chokehold sunk in deep, right? That there's no way we're ever going to escape from it. So why the rush? Why the rush to poison everyone, give everyone vaccines? Again, to rush into some sort of nuclear war? It's very concerning. And what's more concerning is that Joe Biden didn't deny it. Listen, guys, it's getting to be really serious to the point where we're going to have to start peacefully protesting. And that's it. All right. Catch you guys later.